What's up, rock stars? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with the review for Claws Season 2, Episode 9. So let's get to it, shall we? Alright, you guys, so the show opens with Desna at target practice. She's being helped along by Roller. He's showing her how to aim and shoot. Keep both eyes open. Try again. He's real close and comfortable with her. And I was like, oh, what's this? Roller and Desna trying to hook back up again? Child, let me tell you, when he propped her up on that little ledge, and they got busy right there in the damn shooting range, I was like, oh. Child, it ain't too many times when you get turned on by regular television, but I was like, this scene is where it's at. I don't know about Desna and Roller being back together, but child, I was here for the scene. Thank you very much. Jumping over to Polly, she wakes up to see that her bought daughter is gone. Okay, she's left her a note saying that you know what, she wants to be with her mother. She thinks that her mom has changed, and you know, I don't know what Polly was thinking, but of course Polly stays in her fantastic fantasy world. She's so heartbroken she can't even breathe. She's crawling around the house trying to find her inhaler. She finally finds it, and then there's a knock at the door. Okay, when she opens the door, it is her twin sister, Lillian, that we have heard about. This is the first time that we've actually seen her. She's there to check up on Polly. And Polly says, Lillian, this is not a good time. Okay, I'm dealing with family issues. And Lillian was like, well, excuse me, what am I? Okay, but Polly slams the door in her face. We see Dean and Virginia. They living in a motel. Okay, it must be the only fucking motel in town. They all live there at one point or another. Okay, the shit is nasty. And Dean, he's looking around. He's seeing, you know, his mold on the ceilings, and you know, shit is nasty. And I can't even never imagine laying on top of no bed in no fucking motel. Virginia's trying to get him distracted, so you know what, want to have sex? He says yeah, but even that don't seem to help him. He's like, get me the fuck up out of here, and I'm with Dean, child. Get y'all asses out of there. Zlata calls Desna and wants to know if they still in on the deal of killing the Haitian fake Dr. Drug dealer Gregory. Yeah, Desna's still game. She'll marry him, and Zlata can poison him and take the clinics. Zlata says, I have a better idea. How about we run these damn clinics together? And Desna was like, no, Zlata, you know, I like the way we had the first plan set up, so let's leave it at that. And then we see Bryce and Jen. Okay, Bryce wants to move to Tampa, the whole family. A fresh start. He's been researching. They're going to try and buy a house there. And there's a nail shop that Jen can work at, you know, right around the corner from where he wants to live. Jen was like, you really going to leave Uncle Daddy and Roller like that? He was just like, yep, just like that. He's here for his family and nothing else. Who wants to go to Busch Gardens every weekend? You know, the kids was like, I do. You know, he was just like, well, really, y'all probably won't be going every weekend. And she was like, yeah, it actually probably just be me and Daddy, but we'll probably take you somewhere. Now at the shop, Polly is frantic that her daughter is gone. Desna's trying to get Polly to relax. Dean comes in. He sees that she's upset. He's like, what's wrong with Polly? Dean don't need to worry about that. He's already agitated about his living conditions. Desna says, you can always come back home, Dean. And he was like, oh no, I won't be going back there because of your bad decisions. So of course Desna's trying to hold her fragile family together. Polly has to take a step out into the alley. She's emptying the trash. She's on the phone, and she's leaving a message for her daughter. You know, please call me back when you can. When she hangs up, she sees that her sister is in a car outside, and she still won't leave Polly alone. Hey, girl, hey. Polly says, why are you here? And Lillian was like, because you are holding a grudge, and we need to deal with it. Polly keep telling her this ain't a good time, and even pushes her. Get the fuck out of here. And Lillian was like, I see you're still the same Polly. So Polly's like, leave me the hell alone, and she goes back in the shop, and everybody is about to get ready to leave, you know, because they have a wedding to plan. Desna's wedding is in a few days. Polly says she's going to stay behind, though. She'll run the shop, man the shop, and y'all go out and have a good time. So they're like, you sure? Yep, I'm sure. Okay, so they leave out, and as soon as they leave out, then we see Lillian sneaking in, looking in the window. I was just like, oh. Now, there's no way that they would have missed Lillian. So I knew at that time that Lillian was a figment of Polly's imagination. It wasn't that hard to put two and two together, considering that Polly is already mentally fragile to begin with, okay? Of course, Lillian comes in. She wants to talk to Polly again. Polly's like, nope. Ken calls her at the same time. He want to talk to her, and Polly's like, nope to him. Right now is no to everybody shit. Now, Desna and Jen and Virginia, you know, they go wedding dress shopping. And when they walk into the store, you know, the woman is hoity-toity. She's showing them the JCPenney caliber dresses. Then she tells them that, you know, the off-the-rack dresses are back there. And then if you want the $5,000 damn dollar dresses and above, those are back in the back. Damn it. The Haitian fake Dr. Drug Dealer Gregory did give Desna his Black American Express card, so bitch, let's spend it up. Desna was like, yeah, we want the $5,000 and above dresses and some champagne. Right when they're about to go back in the back, Desna's man's mama strolls in on her wheelchair. She's just like, I want to see you in the dress that I gave you. Well, good luck if you can put together some fucking ashes. Maybe you will. I don't know how Desna gets out of it, but anyway, they go back in the back and everybody is trying on their dresses. They putting a little hood-tastic spin on it, dancing, giving a fashion show, you know, dropping it down low, twerking and whatnots, all in front of this mama. Honey, she done had enough. She was like, enough of this is inappropriate. That shit that Desna got on, that is not no wedding dress. Desna was like, well, I thought maybe you would like this. And the mom was like, no, I like traditional shit. Okay, so go on back there and take that mess off. So that's when Desna goes and tries on a real wedding dress. She actually looks like a blushing bride on her virginal wedding day. And while she's standing in the mirror, she has Jen and Virginia and Quiet Ann around her. You know, she starts to get in her feels a little bit. You know, even Jen is like, oh my God, oh my God. And Desna was like, don't do it. Do not do it, because this shit is not real. And we are not going to get caught up in the romance and the romanticals of this. So calm it on down. But Desna did look beautiful. It's a shame that the Haitian fake Dr. Drug Dealer Gregory turned out to be such a fucking crackpot. But she goes and shows it to her future mother-in-law, and what does Madame think? Madame approves. Afterwards, she goes to talk to her. Oh shit, I didn't miss the area I didn't fight on. Y'all been looking at this wavy piece right here. That shit is gonna get on my fucking nerves all day. I hate that. Okay, anyway. Afterwards, Desna goes to do cake tasting with her man. I guess they were trying to get this hotel, but it was all booked up, but no. You don't get to be the Haitian fake Dr. Drug Dealer. You don't get to be the Haitian fake Dr. Drug Dealer Gregory for nothing. He didn't pull some strings, and they got the hotel for the day after tomorrow. Anything for his Desna? It was looking like Desna was getting a little caught up at that moment. Like, wow, you did that for me? Okay, again, a shame that he turned out to be such a crackpot. Somebody said that they actually feel like he cares for Desna and that he's just got wrapped up in this mess. What do you guys think? Do you think that'll be the cliffhanger that we get next week? That he really is there for her? I don't see it, but possibly. Now, Uncle Daddy and Rolla and the cousins, they talking about finances. Okay, they gotta be smart about this. How they gonna handle it? Okay, they gonna take the Russians and the Haitians out, and then they got to do something smart with the money that they gained from all of this. Rolla says, why don't we get a food truck and we can sell drugs right out of it? And, you know, Uncle Daddy was like, I ain't doing no bullshit like that. The cousin says, well, what about the clinics? Uncle Daddy says, yeah, been there, done that. We already got clinics. I mean, we need something else. And he was like, no, rehab clinics. Uncle Daddy says he likes that. Now it's time to scout locations. Back at the shop, Polly is doing her sister's nails. She's telling her sister a little bit about her relationship with Dr. Ken and how they've broken up. Lillian's saying, you know, it's sort of like old times, but Polly doesn't like to talk about old times. Well, have you talked to Mom and Dad? And she was just like, look, we're not going there right now. No, I haven't talked to them. I think it's time for you to leave the shop. But Lillian was like, no, we need to discuss what happened. Oh, of course, Polly just said she don't like to discuss the past. So no, we don't need to discuss nothing. She's fussing at her at the front of the shop and a client comes in. She wants to get her nails done. Well, Polly is actually talking to her imaginary sister across from her, Lillian, and she says, I have clients to do. The person that walks in was like, well, excuse me, you know, I guess I'll take my ass somewhere else. But of course, Polly's not talking to her. She's talking to her sister. So this is when we see the decline of Polly. Next, we see her walking down the street. She's at the beach. She's talking to herself. So Polly's going off the deep end. Now, Desna calls Lotta, and she asks Lotta, you know, about the Haitian fake Dr. Drug Dealer Gregory's assets. I'll be so glad when I ain't got to say that shit no more. Are they all clinics? And Zlata says, no, he has like, you know, racetrack and something at a convention center and then a clinic. Desna was like, is that all? And she says, yep. And she's like, are you sure? That just doesn't sound right. That's what Desna's thinking to herself, but she doesn't say that to Zlata. Zlata says, well, girlfriend, have you changed your mind? Are you willing to be a part of the team with me? You know, and Desna's like, nope, still want to keep it as is. Zlata was like, well, I'm going to need you to make up your mind. Let me know later on if you change it. Now we see Jen and Bryce at the bank. They inspired by their newfound love for each other. You know, they trying to get this home loan. They trying to be professional. You know, Bryce, trust me, that house is ours. But when Sister Loan Agent comes and sits in front of them, she tells them that they're denied. Between his criminal record and, you know, Jen's $12 an hour job, you know what, y'all ain't qualifying for shit. Okay, so then they bring on the sob story about all that they've been through, addiction issues, and how they done made it back together, you know, and all of they love. And child, they even touching they touching Sister Loan Agent in her little soft spot as well. You know, damn. I know exactly what you mean, okay? I've had some issues in the past, okay? I've had to struggle trying to get back on my feet. I know exactly what you mean. So on behalf of this here bank, okay, your loan is still denied. That Jen is looking at her, and you know how it is when you get so mad you want to do something, but you know you can't do too much. She tells the lady that her titties is lopsided, and then she take her damn lollipops. Now, Roland, Uncle Daddy, and the Dixie Mafia guys, they go and looking around, scouting location. Roland takes them to a place that he thinks is perfect, but no go. It's right near a damn school. And Dixie Mafia was like, oh no, we can't do shit like that. How about we put it right next to Suncoast? That's the clinic that they have. That way we can get the people going in there, and then when they come out and they need rehab, we'll be right there for them as well. So that's a great idea. Next thing, we see them going to the synagogue, and child, they going to talk to Hank. And I was like, what the fuck is Hank doing out of jail? I mean, last thing we saw, the nigga had been fully kidnapped, broke into their house, okay, terrorized everybody, but now he's still there at the damn synagogue right next to the clinic. I don't think so. Clinic. I'm telling you, I don't know what's wrong with my words. Clinic. So of course they threatening him. They gonna take his spot in the little strip mall, okay, and they gonna make him sign this transfer deed. He keep on saying he ain't gonna do it, but they threaten him. They got the gun up to his head. Yeah, you gonna sign this shit, and it wasn't even, that shit was handwritten. But I guess as long as it's signed, you can hold that shit up in court if you have to. Right when they're threatening him, Bryce walks in and he's like, hey, wait, what you guys doing? No, you ain't got to do this. Don't do this, you know. So he stops them from killing them, but he does sign the paperwork. And then Hank looks up at him. He says, you know what? Thanks, Bryce. I never thought you would be so nice after I ate your wife's sweet pussy. I said, oh, child, they said that on regular TV? Oh, I tell you, the shit that they do on this show. You talk about pushing the envelope. Now, have you actually heard somebody say eat they pussy on regular TV, you guys? And y'all know how I feel about that term anyway. Face in the place, please. I said, oh, you done fucked up now. You already know that Bryce had a hard time getting over that. You know, I said, that's it for Hank. And Bryce goes and stabs his ass in the neck. That shit spray all over everybody. You know, it was like, damn, can we get a warning first? I don't know why y'all didn't see that shit coming. Now, Desna, because she is curious about the Haitian fake Dr. Drug Dealer Gregory's assets, she goes to his office. Okay, after she shoots the shits with his staff, you know, she goes into his office, she breaks into his desk. I said, girl, you better hurry the fuck up. In his desk, we see that he has way more assets than we thought. Properties everywhere, both residential and commercial. He owns a lot of shit. Okay, so now Desna is like, oh, so he's worth a little bit more than we thought. She gonna have second thoughts about signing that shit over to Zlata. Now, when we see her later on eating and Roller joins her, you know, she's looking at him. She was like, why you got that crazy look in your eye? And he was just like, ain't no crazy look. Okay, why you got that crazy look in your eye? Because everybody there is plotting and scheming. But Desna explains it away. It's just business. Jumping back to Polly, we see she has another scary moment. Okay, she is still trying to avoid her sister. Her sister keeps on trying to follow her and tell her how they need to talk. They need to deal with it. And Polly doesn't want to do it. The sister tells her, you will never have a real relationship until you do. Speaking of real relationship, Ken jumps up. Okay, when she gets back to the strip mall, he comes in between Polly and her imaginary sister. And he's singing to her. He's trying to get her back over, win her heart. She's like, not right now, Ken. But in the same time, she's arguing back and forth with her sister Lillian over his shoulder. Of course, Ken is looking around like, who is she talking to? At the same time, Desna and them are getting back to the shop. So everybody is seeing Polly wilding out right there in front of the strip. And Polly is screaming at her sister, get her away from me! Okay, again, who are you talking to? Everybody is sort of like, once Polly realizes everybody is looking at her like she's crazy, she's like, oh my God, I need you to take me to the hospital. It's really bad this time. I said, oh, at least Polly does know that she has an issue. So they get to the hospital and everybody is worried about Polly. Ken especially. He didn't see it coming and he thinks that it's his fault. They were like, it ain't your fault. Polly has some mental struggles. We all know that. But he was like, I was the one wearing the wire. And Desmond was like, what? And he was like, I did, but I didn't know it was for you. It was supposed to be for the Russian. And she was like, well, why the fuck you didn't say nothing? While she fussing at him, the doctors come out and they tell her how Polly is having a really serious episode right now. They got to hold her for, mental hold 72 hours. They're like, can we see her? And they're like, yeah, you can go on in there real fast because they're the only family that Polly has. But, make it quick. Okay, Desna turns around and tells Ken, no, not you with your old run till that ass. So when they go in there, Polly was just like, it was really bad this time, huh? And they were like, yeah, it was pretty bad. So that's when we find out that Polly did actually have a sister. So she's not imaginary. However, her sister died when they were 13 years old. They ask her, how did she die? And Polly kind of ignores them. She's just telling them the story, how they were competitive, but they loved each other. They were identical twins. They did everything together. The mom told them not to go skating on the ice one day because it was thin. And when her sister got on the ice, she fell through and Polly wasn't able to save her. And all this time Polly has been able to block it from her memory, but the fact that the daughter had then left her, that must have triggered it for her. And they console her and tell her it's okay and don't you worry about it, but something tells me that Polly is not being 100% truthful with this. And sure enough, once everybody leaves and it's just Desna in the room, Lillian comes back and Lillian was like, you were not completely truthful. And Polly is just sort of like, get her out of here. And Desna wakes up and was just like, wait, what's going on? And this time Polly is 100% truthful with Desna. She tells her, again, she and her sister were competitive with each other, and when they did go out on that ice that day, she did not just fall through the ice. Actually, Polly pushed her, and when she saw her sister going under, she just looked at her for a while, and then once she realized what was going on, it was too late and she wasn't able to save her. So she's the one that was responsible for her sister's death. And Desna was like, it's okay. I mean, you were a kid, you did not know. But I'm thinking to myself, 13 years old, yeah, you kind of know. That's something I think Polly gonna be dealing with for the rest of her life. Desna tells her, it's the past, Polly. You gotta leave the past back there where it is. Because damn it, we are all broken. You're not the only one that has a past. Polly said that she just wanted to be great, okay? But she knows that she's delusional about her life. She just has a regular, ordinary life. And Desna was like, you're anything but ordinary. You got a lot of good going for you. I mean, look at how you handle your madam qualities. And you are good at it. Polly was just like, well, with all of the mess that we are in, how do we get out of it? And Desna was like, listen, Polly, we criminals, okay? And it's about time that we admit that, all right? Can't keep on trying to deny the fake the funk. We got to own it, and we got to take what's ours. So Polly is with it. Desna is able to bring Polly back, at least for now. Now, once Bryce has killed Hank and got him off to wherever they going to hide the body, he tells Uncle Daddy and Roller that he is moving to Tampa with his family. He don't know how he gonna do it. He can't get the bank loan and everything, but he going. Of course, they don't want him to go, but then Uncle Daddy, goes and gives him a stack of money. Okay, that's from the bank of Uncle Daddy. All right, that's your home loan because, Uncle Daddy, he love his family. Then we see Virginia. I just love her and Dean, okay? She loved him enough to try to make that motel room livable. She's cleaned it up. She's added all of the things that he likes, the drinks and the foods that he likes. She cleaned the bathroom. She cleaned the ceiling, okay? She just really tried to make it livable for him. And she tells him, it's just me and you. I just love when she says that. Y'all, I tell you, I just be so touched. Anyway, there's a knock at the door and it's Desna. And she comes in. She apologizes to Dean, okay? She know that she's been running him ragged around there lately. And she's sorry, but she wants him to know that she is proud of him. And he was like, you're proud of me? And she was like, I am. I want you to know that you're not broken. And he was like, I know I'm not broken, baby. I'm 100% intact. Okay, Dean was like, if anything, I'm the only one that got fucking sense around here. Y'all the one that's broken. He asked her, are you really getting married to the Haitian fake doctor? The Haitian fake Dr. Drug Dealer Gregory tomorrow? She says, yes, Dean, I am. And he says, well, can I give you away since we don't have parents, okay? And I've been the only one that's with you all this time. We family. And she was just like, yeah, Dean, you gonna make me cry. I love Dean and Desna. And lastly, back at the hospital, Lillian comes, and when Polly wakes up and sees her, I was like, oh Lord, what now? Just the fact that you see Lillian, it gives you kind of a creepy feel. Lillian was like, let's do True Colors one last time. And Polly was like, are you sure? And she was like, yeah, we can do it right here. Okay, so they go out into the hallway and they do a cute little dance to True Colors. It's full on craziness, but it wouldn't be Claws without a little bit of craziness. But I guess this is Polly's closure. Okay, she does a certain spin, and when she turns around, she sees that Lillian is gone, and she continues to dance by herself, symbolic of she's had closure to what has happened, and I guess she's moving on with her life. All right, rock stars, let me get off of here and used up my whole entire lunch, child. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.